Drugs are continuing to pour across the southern U.S. border.
Just to give you the numbers from 2017 to 2019, so you know what we're dealing with on the narcotic flows. We've seen a 40% increase in cocaine from seizures at the southwest border. We've seen a 20% increase in fentanyl. We've seen a 30% increase in heroin, and to your point, we've seen a 200% increase in methamphetamine.
Meanwhile, San Diego, California Border Patrol agents arrested a historic number of non-Mexican illegals during the 2019 fiscal year. As the San Diego Union Tribune reported, San Diego sector realized its highest numbers of apprehensions from countries other than Mexico in the history of trafficking statistics for this population, with a total of 27,255 arrests. To put that number in perspective, Border Patrol agents arrested 11,509 non-Mexicans during the 2018 fiscal year.
We're working with them, the migrants, now to identify other cities throughout the United States where they can go and begin their asylum-seeking process. Well, where are these migrants going to be dropped next? Well, it's anyone's guess. But the fact that two cities in two states, thousands of miles apart, are both at capacity should be alarming for all Americans.
Meanwhile, the murder rate in Mexico ascended by 33% from 2017 to 2018 and has continued to climb in 2019 by an additional 10%.
Pues es como un llamado para que vean lo que les va a pasar a los contras, a los que quieran saltar, quieran reírse de unos, y para que la ciudadanía se asuste.
While cartel-fueled opioid deaths are climbing beyond 70,000 dead Americans per year. As Forbes reported, Mexico, where more Americans are murdered than in all other foreign countries combined. More than 31 million Americans visited Mexico in 2016, the National Travel and Tourism Office says. And State Department data shows there were reports of 75 American homicide victims there. In comparison, 49 million Americans traveled to all other foreign countries, and 69 were reported killed by homicide. And now the horror surrounding the unmitigated cartel slaughter of 3 American women ages 29, 30, and 43, and 6 American children, including 8-month-old twins, 2 boys ages 2 and 12, and 2 girls ages 10 and 11, after they simply traveled through the northern border state of Sonora. President Trump immediately responded to the massacre, tweeting, "This is the time for Mexico, with the help of the United States, to wage war on the drug cartels and wipe them off the face of the earth. We merely await a call from your great new president." Despite this threat, FBI Director Christopher Wray testified on domestic threats before the Senate Homeland Security Committee, still clinging to the politically correct views from a bureau that will not face our true threat.
We're also laser focused on preventing terrorist attacks by people who are already here in the United States, inspired by foreign terrorists, the people we refer to as the homegrown violent extremists.
Meanwhile, all we need to do is look south. As Breitbart reported, cartels repeatedly demonstrate their capabilities as effective propagandists against the general public, rivals, and even layers of Mexican or international governing bodies. They place vinyl banners on government buildings, bridges, overpasses, and monuments. Every message is designed to either threaten rivals, defend its actions, or even promote good deeds for the benefit of the civilian population living on their turf. The cartels run Mexico, as was highly evident after all of their law enforcement and military might was ultimately powerless when it came to holding El Chapo's son in custody. Our southern neighbor is a narco state without a name because it is no longer the federal presidential representative democratic republic we have always known as Mexico. John Bound reporting.